Good morning, guys. Hi. I'm happy to see you again. And I want you to help me to know what day is today. Yes, today is Monday. Monday, May 18th from 2020. I'm really happy to see you again. We had a long weekend and I want to know how was it? How was your weekend? It was funny, it was boring, it was sad. How was it? My weekend was very good. I planted a lot of plants, different kind of plants. I can eat them, of course, when they grow. So what do you do? What did you do on your weekend? So let's start. As I already told you, today is Monday. And how you already know, since a lot of Mondays, we start our week with the pass of the list. So I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you are in the classroom. So I will pass list. Pay attention and say present if you listen your name. María José, Carlos Andrés, Camila Bejarano, Camila Burgos, Paola, Roberta, Francisco, Daniela, Alexandra, Briana, Valentina, Natalia, Edgar, Lailén, Diego, Bruno, Alberto, Julio, Emiliano, Osvaldo, Yaretsi, Armando, Mauricio, Jedrek, Nicole, Lilibet, Juliana, Renata, René, Camila Sánchez, and Paulo, and Miss Mariana, present. Okay, today we are going to start different from the other days. Today we are going to start with a mental math warm-up. Yes, your favorite. We're going to do mental calculation and it's gonna be very easy, okay? I will give you 5 operations and you will solve it in your mind. And you will write down the answer on page 168 from your book number 4, okay? And you will answer on these squares the answer from the operations. I will give you 5 and I will give you 5 seconds to answer to them, okay? If you need more time, you can pause the video. So I will start and let me share you. Okay. Do you already have your book? Because we're going to start. First operation, 125 plus 98. 125 plus 98. Number 2, 88 plus 33. 88 plus 33. 5 seconds. Number 3, 179 plus 118. Again, 179 plus 118. 5 seconds. Number 4, 227 plus 312. Again, 227 plus 312. Number 5, it's too easy. It's a present for you. It's a gift, the last one, okay? It's 57 plus 64. Again, 57 plus 64. 5 seconds. And tomorrow we will see how did you answer. If you answer the 5 operations correctly or if the 5 are wrong. Tomorrow we will see the results from these operations, okay? So let's go to our activities and to our pages from today. Today we'll be working in traits from STEAM section. We are working 5 pages, okay? Let's go to page 158. Page 158. This is page 158. And before we read our text and our complete instructions, I want you to see this video. And after we see the video, I want you to tell me, why do you think does the book is showing us this video? So let's see. Okay, we have a question here. What do all of these photos have in common? All the photos has animals with different traits, and these traits are defined by their parents or the environment. So they want us to see this video to use your imagination. What animal trait would you like to have? But why? Why does the book want us to use our imagination and think on this? Well, let's read the text and maybe we get to know. I will read the text and give you some time to repeat after me, okay? Let's start. Mom, can I go to the store with my friends? James asked his mother. Of course, as long as you are safe and you call when you get to the store, his mother replied. James packed his backpack, tied his shoes, and grew his own pair of wings. James was a boy who lived in a world where he could choose his own traits. He could do this whenever he wanted. James could grow wings to fly, grow two heads, or even grow a fluffy tail. In this world, people could just think about different traits they wanted. Then they would grow them. James flapped his wings and took off for the store. On the way, he saw many other kids and adults. They were all flying to different places. Some people had dragon wings and others had wings like a bird. James looks down at the ground and saw that some people had grown 2 more legs and were running as fast as a cheetah. When James met up with his friends at the store, he looked for a new swimsuit. This summer, he and his friend would go swimming a lot. They love to grow gills like a fish and breathe underwater. James thought to himself, being available to change your traits, it's the best things ever. So, can you tell me now, why do you think does the book want you to use your imagination and think on your own traits? Yes, because if we would be able to live on this world, we could use the traits, whatever trait we wanted, and do whatever we want, and play as whatever we want. So, would be really nice. And let's go to page 129. Answer the following question. And the first question says, was this story fiction or non-fiction? Do you know what's a fiction story or a non-fiction story? To that, I will show you this video. And I want you to pay attention.
Have you ever heard the word genre? Genre is a word we use to talk about what category a book or story fits into.
Sorry, I live near from the airport and the airplanes sometimes come and they don't let listen or let, in this case, record with the audio. So I will pause the video until the plane goes. Okay, now let's keep listening the video.
In the world of books, there are 2 main genres, fiction and nonfiction. Let's think of these 2 genres like big umbrellas. All books fit under one of these 2 umbrellas. Let's take a look at the nonfiction umbrella first. Nonfiction books are filled with facts and information about a topic. They give true information about real people, places, things, or events. In a nonfiction book, everything must be completely true and not made up. Authors write nonfiction books to teach the reader about a topic. They organize the information with text features like headings and charts. We don't have to read nonfiction books in order from beginning to end. We can go directly to the information we're looking for. Did you know that there are different types of nonfiction? Let's think of these as small umbrellas under the big nonfiction umbrella. Some of the types of nonfiction are informational nonfiction, biography, and autobiography. Now let's take a look at the fiction umbrella. Fiction books are stories that come from an author's imagination. They are made-up stories about characters or events that did not happen in real life. In a fiction book, the author can make up all sorts of things to entertain the reader. Even if there is some true information, if the book contains anything made up from the author's imagination, we call it fiction. Fiction books have important story elements, like characters, plot, and setting. We read fiction books in order from beginning to end so that we can understand the story. Since fiction books don't have to be completely true, authors have a lot of freedom to use their imagination. Because of this, there are many different types of stories under the fiction umbrella. Some of the types of fiction are fantasy, mystery, realistic fiction, historical fiction, and science fiction. Let's review what we've learned about fiction and nonfiction. Nonfiction books are filled with facts and information about a topic. They are completely true and not made up at all. Authors write nonfiction books to teach and inform the reader. Fiction books are made-up stories that come from an author's imagination. The stories did not happen in real life. Authors write fiction books to entertain the reader. Now you know all about fiction and nonfiction. Thanks for watching.
Now that you know the difference between fiction and not fiction, you can answer this question. Was this story fiction or non-fiction? Of course it was fiction. How do you know? Because it's not a true story. There's no any word where you can choose your own traits and change them every day. And then you will answer this. Both questions. Would you want to live in a world where you could make your own treats? You don't just gonna put yes or no. You must justify your answer, okay? You need to put why or not, why not. Yes, because, or not because. If you could have any trait you want, what would it be? You will write the traits that you imagined before with the question, and then you will make a picture of yourself with your own traits, okay? Now, let's go to the next page, 160, sorry. Traits and environment assessment. You have here 6 sentences, okay? 5 of them are multiple choice. You must pick the word that fits better on the sentence. For example, the environment is in which a person, animal, or plant lives. Is the surrounding is a factor or is a feeling? The environment is the surroundings in which a person, animal, or plant lives. Okay? And you will answer the other 5. Number 6, how do harmful materials affect a plant's traits? You need to answer by yourself, how do you think these harmful materials, what would be a harmful material to a plant? For example, maybe when you have pets and the pets are running on the plant or playing on the plant, it's a harmful material and affect the plant. Another harmful material would be hot water. A hot water kills a plant. So you must answer this with your own words. And then answer this question. Do you think it is important to read all the choices for a multiple choice question? And you need to put yes, because, or not because, and justify your answer, okay? Now, dog feeder. We are not going to do this because maybe you don't have all the materials at home. So let's go with skip 162, 163, and let's go to unit review in our book. And our STEAM section, unit review from our STEAM section. And the first page that we are going to answer is 164. As you can see, it's a crossword puzzle. And I will help you with this because we have 12 words that we need to answer. And in our book, we have two lists from vocabulary. And I want you to help, and I want to help you to answer this. So let's go to our presentation. As I already told you, we're talking about traits, and we are working in our unit review, page 164. And I will give you the 12 words that you need to write on your book. Are not in order. You need to choose your own order according to the sentence, but I will give you the words. Are 12 of them. Inherit, dehydrated, twins, learning, healthy, overweight, environment, medicine, variety, instruction, trait, heredity. These will be our 12 vocabulary words that you will be using on your page 164 to answer your crossword vocabulary, okay? Remember that they are not in this order. The first word is not in Eric, okay? You must read the sentence before you know. And if we go to page, now let's go to page 165. It's a graphic organizer. You need to fill it, okay? You need to fill this, and I will show you my own to help you answering page 165. Okay, we have two charts in our book, okay? We have these two charts in our book. The first chart is traits from your parents. The second is traits from your environment. I didn't put it like a chart or a graphic. I put it just like a list, okay? But it's the same information that you will be adding or using to, for example, to answer your page. The first one, traits from your parents. And the first question, tell me, facts that I know. What do I know about the traits from my parents? I know that we have inherited traits from our family. We can have traits that our parents doesn't, but our grandparents had too, okay? Maybe my grandmother is not redhead. No, sorry, maybe my mother is not redhead, but my grandmother is redhead, okay? This is just an example. You don't have to copy what I write. You must think by yourself and remember and study from your STEAM section, okay? What else facts do you know that you can write here? I choose this, but you must pick another, okay? My example, the eye color, okay? Maybe I have blue eyes, my father has brown eyes, but my grandfather has blue eyes too, like me, okay? So, things I still want to know more about. What do I want to know more about traits from my parents? Me, Miss Mariana, wants to know, how can I have traits from my grandparents that my parents doesn't have? How does that function? I want to know this. So this is my example for the graphic from page 165. You don't have to copy this, okay? You must use your own information. Now, the next chart says traits from the environment. What is a trait? What I know about this? Well, I know that the factors affect me and can change me or whatever living thing. For example, people who live at the beach get a tie color on their skin because of the sun. Things I still want to know. How can I better an inefficient environment, okay? Sometimes we have harmful factors in our environment and we need to change those factors to a better ones so we can improve our environment, okay? So this is my example to answer page 165. You don't have to copy the information here, okay? You must use your own information, and if you need to read STEAM section, read it, okay? That's all from today. Remember that later we have our live session and I will be waiting for you. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow.